Greetings, goddesses and gods. Nishtikituku malahnikitukumene stikila. Tequila? Say what? Kiala humuena jiste. Listen, I know humani stikitera muno hatakita solomone testa. Lakamone nistukumone nera kamamuitiste. One thing that I have noticed while working with people energetically, doing soul journeying, is that most people are afraid of themselves. This is something that I've learned, I have observed in my own experience. I was afraid of myself. Self. CELF. Because that's all we are, is a collection of cells. But the cells, the self, the higher self, the self, is the consciousness of cells. Why are people so afraid of themselves? Always needy for company, always needing to call someone, always needing. What are you afraid of? What do you fear? Because if you fear something, fear comes from worrying and doubt. The very definition of worry is to choke, to strangle. When I was choking myself, strangling myself with the way I spoke, sound, vibration. This sound, vibration, whether good or bad, was choking me out. My thinking was choking me out, strangling me, trying to kill me. But how did I get this worry and doubt? I wasn't born this way. How did I acquire this worrying and doubt? Through ignorance. Through ignorance. Through ignorance. An observation of myself, CELF, I was very ignorant. I did not know about the other realms or the other dimensions or the other dimensions of the mind or levels of thinking or whatever fancy term you want to call it. I was ignorant of these things, afraid of these things, afraid of hallucinating, hearing things that were not there, hearing my name being called, hearing or seeing people walking in my house that don't even live here, driving with somebody next to me that I don't even know. Ignorance caused all this suffering and pain. When you think about that, because technically this thing over here and these things are walking over here and this calling me by name wasn't in this reality. It was somewhere else. This is not ordinary time and space. This is hyper time, hyperspace. So I had to put what? And these things calling me out. These are my friends. This was my own mental mind creating this thing. My own mental self putting these things there. Through my habitual thinking. There's nothing to fear there. You don't fear yourself. You study yourself. Become knowledgeable of yourself. What do you know? What do you see? But the only way we can see is with a collection of words. So yes, these voices are helping me. They're guiding me. And I don't put bad on it because that was thinking made it so. Because there is nothing bad or good about hallucinating. But my own thinking made it so. This is the problem people have, is studying themselves because they are afraid. Bukada nisto kopistiki tara hamonuyana. No custoroyani to kukukwela sekimush to kukoyini kisatra. Amadene kustoroyi stiki buya katokyara nikitragishtakama. These thoughts that created these things, that I called them bad, what happened was they did not leave my aura, or my electric magnetic field, okay, or the biofield, whatever fancy term that you want to call it. These things got so crowded in this electric magnetic field that what happened was began to choke. The fear became so crazy that paranoia set in. And once the paranoia came in, I realized I was choking myself. Well, I did realize now, you see, because you see things in hindsight. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. I was being choked out, causing physical ailments of, allergies, stagnant energy, stuck energy. So when you living in this bubble with your 6-foot aura, and you're living in there with these thoughts that you're claiming are bad, these people talking to you, and seeing people walking, seeing cars drive through you, thinking these are bad, all in this aura, didn't have nowhere to go. That has nowhere to go. So what do? You move it with your mind. Once I realized I was making this happen, the more ailments I've had, the more back problems I've had, the more inflammation that I have, the more burning in my joints that I had, the more burning right here that I had, burning the shit out of it. So what did I do? The shamans led me the way, right? The inner shaman said, my son, come with me. Let me show you something. These things aren't real. You created them out of your own mind, through your own habitual thinking. Think about that. So I did. I thought long and hard for many, many years, figuring out what the fuck. Because everything I knew was a lie. Everything I knew was a lie. And that's a fact. Because the very definition of fact is an evil deed. So I started to think and act as a shamanic person would. Because we think on frequencies. So if I'm thinking here, I get results. These thinking dictates results. This bad thinking created results. But I want to be up here at this goal right here. I want to be free of this shit. Well, soon later, decisions like this. But I'm going to be free. until, this is where I fucked up, until I get more money. I want to be the shamanic person until I quit my job. I want to be the shamanic practitioner until these results change. So after a while, after a long, long while of waiting for these results, now that I'm on this frequency, but I'm trying to be up here, guess what? The decision faded away. The goal faded away. And I was stuck back down in the same fucking results with the same thinking. If I wanted to be up here, I needed to start talking and acting like a shamanic practitioner. Not just on camera, not just in my own house or in my own head, but out there where it really matters, where the most fear is being trapped out there. I was afraid of becoming a shamanic practitioner. That's what I discovered. The gnomes, the gnomes, the gnomes are guiding me as well. They're hoarders of gold. Imagine that. I love you guys. I'll see you soon with unique, magical, all that fucking bullshit. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.